Hello! Hello, good evening. Welcome, Sprite. Good evening. Oh my god, we've already had chaos. For some reason, it was rejecting my video drivers, and I had to reinstall everything, but we're here! And only 21 minutes late. Woo!
I say it's a new record.
We haven't always been this bad. We haven't always been this bad, okay? Okay. But I think otherwise we're ready to get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the game screen. Okay, here we are. Let me make sure the game is open and working. No, it's not. Great. Love that for me. Okay, where are we going? Let's check the output.
Oh,
yep, there it goes. There it is. Yay, we're here. Woo! Yes. Oof. But we're here. Okay, we are ready. Can you hear the game all right, Wenty? Everything's working for you? Awesome. Okay. Let me set this to performance mode. And we're ready. Okay. Okay. It feels like we haven't streamed this game in a while.
It's been like a week.
That was like before I got Ayato. It feels like another lifetime.
Oh my gosh. I think somebody is a big simp.
I'm huge. I'm a huge shrimp. I can't even deny it. I'm in love. I love him. He's perfect. And I got her in. I got it. All worth it. All worth it. All worth it. It's on a payment plan. It's all good. But okay, where even were we? There was cannibals / vampires. That's all I remember. I think it was this one, yeah? Next day. That looks like a place that we would stop.
Oh yeah, we always leave off the next day. Yeah. Oh yeah, we figured out that Junoru was technically like the living dead. And his brother was the one was supposedly going around killing people, but
then his brother like came back to our house, right? And then was like saying,
threatened us almost.
You really think it was me though? So
yeah, I don't know if it's really him. I think that's what we left off about. And then there's that guy going around, that hunter dude going around trying to find and kill Junoru.
Chain, yes, Chain.
Chain, yeah.
Okay, let's see what the snowmen have in store for us. Okay, I'm starting, right? I'm narrator first. I walk down the street, steadily approaching Junoru's home. Again! What? Wait. What? Should I really tell him about last night? It might worry him even more, though. Okay, I guess she's talking about his brother, right?
Yeah.
I suddenly noticed someone standing under the street lamp. With the light casting a shadow over their face, I cannot recognize the figure. Spooky. I wearily slept closer, only to be unpleasantly surprised. Speak of the devil! Chain! The man's cold blue eyes shift towards me as his breathing audibly slows. You shouldn't be outside this time. Oh, that's you. Oh. You be Chain.
You shouldn't be outside at this time of day. The living dead are already out.
Winnith doesn't care. She doesn't care. She has to see her husband.
She's in love with one of the living
She has to see her husband. She does not care. She doesn't care. What? Already? Chain walks off without another word. Seeing his broad back, I am reminded of the moment he attacked Junoru. I won't ever forgive him for trying to harm my husband and his brother. Never. Unable to contain my anger, I sprint after Chain and raise my... What? Girl! You couldn't even be bothered to call the police when you heard a woman and a child being murdered. But you can just, like, sprint after this man who you know has a gun to punch him.
Because of her husbando. She's just like,
it's the
power. Husband is so important. The power of love, you know?
Before my punch can connect, the man flips around and grabs my wrist. No, duh! What did you expect? Even though I was in his blind spot, his reflexes were amazing enough to still kick in.
What are you doing? Oh.
Ooh. Chain shoves me away, glaring at me with clear killing intent. Don't act all innocent. You're trying to kill my friends. Your husband. Girl, you can't even...
Do you even know what you're accusing me of? You're a real weird one. She is. I agree.
She is. Pot me kettle.
I'm weird.
Dude, you are walking around with a gas mask and like neon green hair. Like, you dress to intimidate, break into houses to assault people at first sight, and who in their right mind wears a gas mask in public? Sprite says Chain might realize she's a hopeless case. Maybe. 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 He probably doesn't want her breaking into his house constantly. Chain turns silent as he considers my thoughts. Once satisfied, he crosses his arms.
First of all, I don't assault anyone at first sight. I carefully follow them before taking action. Not one of those mindless living dead.
Okay.
Secondly, I don't break into houses for fun. As for the mask, I'm just sick of the smell of death. Anyway, why does it even matter?
We just got an achievement for that. Does he have a secret route? That would be fun.
He does look pretty attractive. I wouldn't
Right?
mind.
Right? We just got the smell of death achievement. Because it makes you look suspicious as hell. Duh. Oh. He's got like a Jack Skellington thing going on here.
Please let me think. Please let him be a playable secret character. Come
right,
on.
Right. Look at the little things in his hair. No NPC has those little things in their hair.
Yeah, no, he's gotta. I mean, like the fact that he took his mask off. Come on.
Chain puts a hand behind his head and begins to remove his mask, sighing as he does so. My eyes widen at the surprise that is his appearance.
He's cute. I still look intimidating. Now she's gonna become a simp for him. Now she'll be starting to follow him around too. My friends.
Her collection of friends. Welcome, Ara. We just realized. Oh no, he's hot. So. Dots. The man awaits my response, but I remain speechless. He snorts before putting his mask back on.
That's all you wanted to know. I have a job to finish. You should be grateful for me for exterminating those monsters.
I clench my fists and glare at the man until he disappears. A short while later, I arrive at the Kenriji mansion, here to break into our husband's house again. As I move to the side of the house, I notice a large hole in the wall. Did one of the brothers break the wall too? Well, it was pretty easy the first time.
There's nothing to be proud of.
I giggle at the thought. Girl, she has no shame. I head into the passage and arrive at the main room. Jill, are you there? Honey, I'm home. Nobody replies, but the mansion is large enough that he may not have heard me. I take a seat on the couch and wait patiently. Junoru did warn me not to explore. Minutes later, I still did not hear any sounds. Should I look for him? I could be sitting here hours if I do.
Okay, I guess we could go see a corpse if you want to.
Let's go find a dead body! Let's go! In the end, curiosity wins me over. The hallway is dark, so I search for the light switch. It thankfully does not take long to find. Further down the hall, I find fresh droplets of blood on the ground. Could these be from Roya's victims? I wonder if I'm on the right track. Yeah, never mind, Sprite. Winnith will never pass up the opportunity to snoop around her husband's house. Ju, are you there? The bloody trail leads me to a closed door. I brace myself for the worst as I open it. Just one peek. I can run away any time. The steam filling my vision quickly reminds me that this is the washroom. Worse yet, the bathtub appears to be occupied by...
Oh no!
Winnith! You pervert! Winnith is a pervert, you guys. Roya! It's Roya! A familiar chuckle answers me, raising goosebumps on my skin. I avert my gaze, only to discover his blood-stained clothes hanging nearby. Oh my god. Winnith! Winnith!
Unexpected guest. Did you step in and join me, Miss Cutie?
Oh, I have so much secondhand embarrassment. Oh god. No, I'm sorry. I didn't see anything. I rush into the hallway and close the door behind me. I saw nothing. Nothing!
I think you saw more. I think you got your fill. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Junoru though. So
Unfortunately, it wasn't her number one husband. You're gonna have to come back another time. Okay, the more I think about it, the more my cheeks heat up. I do my best to push the thought out of my mind. Well, I don't want to look up to. Yeah, right. I should probably head back downstairs.
Wait, didn't we kind of already try to walk into it? Yeah, remember we chose the walk-in, like,
yeah, she already tried. Winnith. I still don't see a couch here either, but okay. By the time I settle onto the couch, Roya comes down the stairs, his hair still damp.
Looking for Juju? I'm sorry to say he'll be out for a while.
These nicknames, man. Oh, I'll come back later. Winnith! You just met creepy chain guy. You're clearly... all the murder... Why? Why is she like that?
You saw the murderer naked in the shower?
You're perving on the murderer? What's going on here?
Wait, it'd be rude of me to send you off after you came all the way here.
The blonde sits on the couch facing opposite of me. Although I instantly feel uncomfortable, I do not want to miss the opportunity to learn more about him. Because he's also in the harem, I guess.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. So, you have a crush on my brother, huh? It's obvious.
Yeah, she's down so bad. It's not even funny. Huh? Well, why would you say that? I've never broken into your house. Never.
He's always been unpopular, you know. I'm glad he's finally getting some attention.
What the
Oh.
Burn! Ouch! Wow. What, really? But he's so kind. I can't think of a reason people would dislike him.
Well, he lacks confidence, which is probably my fault.
What?
I used to be the Kenriji heir, but it turns out my parents weren't big fans of my attitude, so they gave the position to Juju instead. He didn't feel ready for it, I guess.
Well, no wonder. No wonder. Would you want to let him inherit anything? Oh my goodness.
He seems like the older brother sometimes, doesn't he?
On the other hand, he doesn't speak as highly of you. You cause a lot of trouble for him.
Aw, did he say that? Even if he doesn't want to admit it, I know he loves me.
You care about him too, don't you? You should try not to inconvenience him so much by murdering people. Roya chuckles before nodding, although it almost seems sarcastic. By the way, you know about your little stalker, right? The chain guy? He was standing in front of the mansion earlier. Your second stalker.
Jane, huh?
Roya stiffens upon hearing the name. He rubs his chin and sighs.
He seems quite interesting, but my brother doesn't want me killing anyone unrelated. Unrelated?
The blonde stops before finishing his sentence and snorts. We're really on the same side, but there he goes, nearly killing Junoru instead of getting rid of those annoying zombies.
Chane's an extremist. Apparently, even the most obvious distinctions don't matter to him. No use trying to convince him otherwise. You see, the Kenrijis are the root of all of this, and he knows that, which is why he wants to kill Juju and me first.
What do you mean?
It's a long story. If I live long enough to see you again, I'll consider telling you then.
I wait for Junoru until it grows late, but he never appears. I'm forced to give up for the day. She just went home after that?
Whoa. Maybe he's at her house.
I end up staying home the next few days, feeling inexplicably exhausted. Every night, I hear a single gunshot in my neighborhood. What? Articles in today's newspaper reveal steadily worse details about the disappearance victims, such as their corpses suddenly appearing on the streets, having been decomposing for days.
Ew. No.
The bodies seem unrelated to the gunshots, but my gut tells me what the police found were the living dead. With Chain making his presence so prominent, I cannot help but worry for the Kenriji brothers. Maybe I should pay them a visit today. Like every day. What is a day to her anyway? The sky grows dark and cloudy along the way to the mansion. I am glad I remembered to bring my umbrella. As I travel, I realize someone is standing in a small alleyway. I take a quick glance at them. Oh no! Our husband has collapsed! Junoru is collapsed against a wall. I kneel in front of him and cup his cheeks in my hands. Ju, are you alright? What happened here? My friend does not respond, his eyes remaining closed. Through the cuts in his clothing, I realize his right arm is missing entirely, blood slowly dripping out of the wound. The ground around him is painted red, although the rain threatens to wash it away. Finally, I notice Junoru has a deep gash on his neck. I instantly remember he once told me that the living dead will die after they are decapitated. In panic, I desperately call out his name. Junoru, you're still alive, right? Say something. Oh. Okay, he's awake. Just when I'm about to give up, the man's eyes slowly open. I nearly fall over in relief. Oh my, you almost gave me a heart attack. After taking a moment to observe his surroundings, a pained moan escapes Junoru's lips as he tries to stand up. I hurriedly lift the umbrella over him.
Miss Winnith, I apologize for allowing you to witness me in such a state. I must have passed out at some point.
What happened to you? It had to be Chain, right? Yeah.
I was attacked by Chain. Ugh.
That's another one of those noises that are like everywhere. But I don't think anyone ever says ugh, 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 ugh.
I am only thankful he was unable to fully sever my head. I truly believed I would die today.
Even I fell for your fake death.
It wasn't fake. He was almost dead.
Yeah, he was like halfway there. I purse my lips while I look over Junoru's body. His wounds seem so deep. No normal person could have survived them. I'll help you clean up.
Thank you for your concern, but I assure you I am fine.
No, she really, really wants to help you clean up, dude.
She wants to see you without your shirt on.
Exactly. What do you look? You're starting to sound like Roya. Let me help you, alright? Okay. we can save. I'm pretty sure that that's an obvious answer, right?
Yeah, of course. We have to.
I don't think taking him to, like, the hospital is gonna help him.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. So help him by myself, yeah.
Yeah, we got the ding. I will treat you. We're close to your home. Do you have a first aid kit there?
Yes, that is an excellent idea.
Junoru turns back to the alleyway and grimaces as he leans down to pick up his dismembered arm.
Oh, gosh.
I could carry that for you, buddy! His movements are so stiff that I cannot help but reach down and pick up the arm for him! That's so adorable in a strange way.
Miss Winnith, I normally keep it in a place with a belt, but...
That's why he has all the weird belts on his arm! That's why he has all the Hot Topic belts! It makes sense now. Here I was just thinking he just really liked Hot Topic style. No! He needed them to keep his arm on!
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for making you deal with this.
I place his arm back in the right spot and wrap the belts around it to tighten up. Junoru turns his face away while I patch him up, probably feeling embarrassed. We shouldn't stay in the rain for too long. Let's head to your mansion. I wrap an arm around Junoru and let him lean against me as we walk. It seems like a miracle he can still move, given how much worse his injuries are compared to Roya's back at the school. Yes, Ara, this is plot. I leave Junoru on the couch and proceed to search for a first aid kit. The further down the hall I walk, the more bloody the floor becomes. Oh god, what did he do now? Did Roy have another snack? Oh no! I begin to suspect I am heading straight into Roya's territory. I turn around and head back. Does he just, like, never clean up either? So not only is it, like, gruesome, but it's also just horribly dirty.
Yeah. That's terrible to think of.
That sounds horrible. It's gonna smell awful. Poe's waking up over here. All of these doors look the same. How did Ju and Roya not get lost all the time? Putting labels above them would make it so much easier. I open a random door and peer into the room. The walls and floors are stained in a dark liquid, and the furniture has been smashed to bits. Judging by the mess, some sort of battle must have taken place here. I understand why Junoru warned me not to walk off on my own. Perhaps I should try looking elsewhere. Maybe you should also listen to him.
You could ask him where it's supposed to be at.
I know, right? It's not like he's unconscious. Sorry for taking so long, Ju. Hold on a bit longer.
Do not worry. I should be the one apologizing for making you search through my house.
Does he not know where it is either?
Must not. Oh, the first aid kit should be in the kitchen. Please wait a moment while I shoot in the completely wrong direction.
Ju, you can barely move. I'll get it for you.
But, Miss Winnith...
I walk towards the kitchen and fumble around in the darkness until I step on something. What is this? I step back, somehow managing to locate the light switch. The room is stained dark red, as if a paint bomb exploded in here at some point. I start to tremble, but manage to calm myself down quickly enough. I search through the cabinets until I find a small, white box containing bandages. I hurry back to Junoru with it in hand, trying to ignore the bloody scene around me. It's just ketchup. It's fine. Here we go. I'll try to be quick.
I forgot to warn you, but if you saw anything strange in the kitchen, it was from Roya attempting to cook a normal meal. It was ketchup!
It was ketchup. You just sprayed it everywhere. Okay. Well, I'm predicting things tonight.
He told me he wanted to experiment with food. No one was harmed, although I cannot say the same about the poor blender he used.
Oh god. What? Jeez. Jeez, I thought someone had been slaughtered. How can a person be so bad at cooking? He practically made the kitchen. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He has never been much of a cook. Even so, it was heartening to see him take your advice and attempt other ways to satisfy his hunger. Aww.
He
to
listened.
be honest, it can be a dangerous enterprise. As he is unable to metabolize normal food, the contents will rot inside of him. Ew. A large enough portion could be fatal.
Yuck. Oh, wow, I'm sorry I even suggested it. I didn't realize it was so serious. Junoru shakes his head and smiles softly to me. Aww. Cute. I kneel beside him and unbutton his shirt, his eyes following my every movement. I know, right? There's so many scars and stitches. He looks so fragile. I'm starting to worry I'll only make this worse somehow. Looks like he already healed up.
Amaze me, Miss Winnith. Does nothing faze you?
Not really. Nothing phases her. Like, literally nothing.
I'm pretty sure your six-pack will phase her.
That's the only thing she cares about. Winnith has a one-track mind. That's it. Seeing you hurt does. I'm glad I found you.
Or only as strong and self-assured as Roya. Ah, hypotheticals are meaningless.
Junoru slides down his glove, revealing his scarred hand. It is a pity to see such fair skin blemished all over. I grab his hand and hold it in both of mine. He glances at me, surprised. You should have more confidence. Even if the rest of the world rejects you, you should at least accept yourself.
Miss Winnith.
He gently squeezes my hand while his longing stare captures me. My heartbeat slowly speeds up. Oh my god!
Oh.
Finally! She's getting what she wanted! I feel his thumb softly brushing against my fingers. Slowly, I lean in. Time seems to freeze as I hover over him. Suddenly, he takes back his hand and breaks his stare. The abrupt...
No, it's diverted!
She's been rejected! The ship sailed and sunk at the same time. The abrupt change makes me feel embarrassed. I pull back and regain my composure. I feel better now.
Thank you for your assistance.
Of course. It was the least I could do.
May I request we stay like this for a while longer?
Ooh. Ship is sailing. His voice is pleasant, yet tainted with a touch of sadness. I continue to patch him up while we resume our conversation. To my delight, my friend is truly beginning to open up, sharing his worries with me. Does she think that's what friends do?
Oh my god!
Junoru has been suffering more than I ever realized. I only hope I can support him better in the future.
With a wedding ring.
I know, right? Like, she's acting like they're already married. Oh my god. The emphasis she keeps putting on my friend. It's like she's obsessed with him, but she's also friend-zoning him at the same time. I don't understand.
She's like, I don't like him, really. He's just my friend. Like, she's trying to convince herself.
As she's breaking into his house and, like, trying to kiss him. And...
trying to be with him all moments of the day. You know, might as well just live here at this point. I mean...
Right?
When are you at your house? It barely is you're at your house.
Why are you so worried about your brother? He seems like someone who can handle himself.
Well, it is a long story.
Come on, tell me anyway.
Roya may seem invulnerable, but he fears death the same as anyone else. Everything has a beginning and an end. He believes his time is coming soon, especially with the recent investigations. He has become very careless, which is also part of the reason I asked you to refrain from telling anyone the truth. Again, I apologize for involving you in our mess.
That reminds me, I've been seeing Chain around a lot lately. It's too bad we can't work together to take care of the living dead.
It cannot be helped.
Junoru drifts in and out of consciousness as he lays on the couch. I take the opportunity to wash as much blood off my hands and clothes as I can, and spend the rest of the day keeping him company.
Miss Winnith, will you be able to visit again tomorrow?
Oh. As much as I'd like to, I think it'd be better for you to rest for a few days. Why does she have common sense now?
You're actually rejecting coming over to see him with him actually asking you?
What if you'll break into his house just because you haven't heard from him in a few hours?
Oh my god.
Even though you're special, you still shouldn't push your body too much. He snorts before giving in to my request. The holidays feel excruciatingly long. What is my cat doing? What are you doing, Posy? He's playing with my stool back here. I think it's okay, though. Even the majority of the stores have closed down since so many people have gone on vacations. Most students are helping out their parents' businesses. The remaining open stores become busier than usual. I have to admit, I feel lonely without the company of my classmates. I sit on a bench and glance around the park. Other than a silver-haired boy, there is no one else around. I pull a small novel out of my jacket pocket. Bright Days, a sequel to Dark Days. Okay. The original story caught my interest, so I'm eager to read the sequel. Even though this title is not as popular as the first, it seems to be written for the series' fans. Yeah, Sprite. I think she has a very high threshold for entertainment. Like, everything is boring to her. Like, we were talking about this in the last one. Like, she has the most interesting town I have ever seen. Like, their library is amazing. You could spend days wandering around that library and not be bored. Like, all the mysteries, the mysterious forest with, like, the shrine, ruins, whatever, cave stuff. Like, all of these, all the folktales, the people are so into the paranormal that the second there's a murderer, everyone's like, oh my god, call the exorcist, put flyers up, get us, cut those demons. Like, this seems like the least boring town ever, but she's just bored all the time. Rather than being a new story, it retells Dark Days from the perspective of another character. While I am lost in the tale, I hear someone dash across the park. When I look up, I notice Chain chasing the silver-haired boy I saw earlier. The man roughly grabs the boy by the scarf and pushes him to the ground. After handcuffing the boy, Chain pulls him up and begins leading him away. Is he the police? No, he's not.
Oh, wait, oh no, is he one of them too then?
But why would he be handcuffed? Chain wouldn't handcuff him. He would shoot, right?
Yeah, this during the day too.
Yeah.
Huh.
What are you doing, kitty? He's trying to turn off my computer.
Uh-oh.
No. It's okay. But yeah, I don't know. Seems like, yeah, I think he would just shoot him. This has to be something else. The bizarre arrest is so distracting. I do not notice when someone approaches me. The hand comes out of nowhere, casually resting on my shoulder, and I jump at the sensation.
What a coincidence bumping into you here, Miss Cutie.
Raya, what brings you here?
I thought I'd get some fresh air while the weather was nice.
You're lucky you just missed Chain. Is it a really good idea for you to be going outside right now?
Yeah, sure it is.
Raya glances around the park, and after confirming there's no one around, he takes a seat beside me. What are you doing, Poe? Come here. Come here, kitty. You're sitting on my feet. You okay? Sometimes he just needs to be acknowledged. You okay?
He's the most spoiled cat I've ever met.
He is really spoiled. It's true. But I love him. Okay. Although I do not mind his company, I always feel awkward with him around. I want to leave, but that would be rude. I suppose Junoru's manners have rubbed off on me.
You saw what happened earlier, right?
What do you mean?
That boy, he was taken care of by Chain. I thought he was looking for me.
Do you happen to know why that boy was arrested?
No, but that he's with the gas mask now means the kid's in trouble. Anyway, that stalker seems to know too much about Juju and me. I'm starting to wonder if someone isn't leaking information about us. We're not.
It's not us. Don't eat us.
It's not us.
We don't want to be the ketchup in the blender. Roya smirks at me, his eyes narrowed, but I swiftly shake my head.
Oh, come on, Miss Cutie. I didn't think it was you. Chain's been after us since way before we met. Besides, my cute little bro is too much of a worrywart to risk worrying you by telling you everything. I know what the bastard is up to, and the last thing I'm going to do is let him get his grubby hands on me.
Raya lets out a sigh and glances up at the bright sky.
The book you're reading, Bright Days, is good. Characters that barely had a few lines in the first book actually got to speak their minds.
No unplugging computers for you, sir. He's getting into a mood, I think.
Uh-oh. Well, I probably shouldn't spoil it for you. Let me know when you finish reading it.
I didn't expect Roya to be so much of a reader, but it's nice that we have something in common. Hearing him talk casually makes him seem like a different person who doesn't eat people. I want to chat a bit longer, but he suddenly stands up and stretches his arms, yawning.
I'm starting to feel tired. Staying outside for so long always does a number on me.
Speaking of which, don't I usually see you at night?
Well, that's the easiest time to catch the living dead. We're prettiest under the moonlight, don't you think?
What? Jane may be crazy, but can't you work with the police? She's not even going to acknowledge that. Good job, Winnith. They want to put an end to this, too.
Isn't it obvious? With stint hands like mine, how could I ever ask the authorities for help?
There must be someone willing to help. I don't know how many of those living dead are out there, but you can't do it all alone.
Whatever you say, Miss Cutie.
Roya waves his hand before walking off. I pay Junoru a visit because, of course, I do. The next day, hoping his recovery has come along well, I had considered bringing him food, but ended up only taking a few packs of tea leaves just to be safe. On my way to the mansion, I happened to bump into Junoru himself. To my surprise, he has shopping bags in both hands. Ah, Junoru, shouldn't you be resting?
Miss Winnith, what a pleasure it is to see you. I have taken care to rest and recuperate before going out and about, so you need not worry.
I glanced at the contents of his bags. It seems he bought sweets and other treats. He told me some time ago that it is torture to consume regular food. I cannot imagine what he has gone through these past few days. Junoru glances at the tea in my hands and smiles softly.
You bring those for me? As always, you are too kind. Shall we head to the mansion so I can prepare you a cup?
Gladly! She's like, yeah, you do it.
Would you mind if I invited my brother to our little soiree? He also also quite enjoys tea.
Go ahead. The more, the merrier. Of course, Winnith. Of course. Junoru leads me over to the sofa, ensuring that I am comfortable before he heads upstairs. I wonder if the brothers' bond has started to repair itself. Junoru no longer seems as gloomy when he mentions Roya. A few minutes pass, but Junoru still has not returned. What is taking him so long? I should check on him. Junoru, is everything alright? My shout goes unanswered, and I cannot resist the urge to search upstairs. Because, of course, you also can't come to his house without searching it. I glance into the hallway and notice one door is open a crack. I decide to take a peek into the room. Oh my.
Oh my, what?
What? I see Junoru kneeling down, staring at Roya's body inside. Oh god, what happened?
What?
My stomach lurches as I gaze at the blonde who's No. No. My stomach Sorry, cat interruption. My stomach lurches as I gaze at the blonde, who is in even worse condition than Junoru was back at the alleyway.
Oh no, we just saw him though. What happened?
Junoru, what happened? I step closer to properly examine the situation and see a deep cut on Roya's neck. Horrified, I turn away and take a step backwards. I just spoke with him yesterday. Why did this happen? And we were starting to come to an understanding. Junoru clenches his fist as tears stream down his cheeks. I reach out to offer what comfort I can, not knowing what I can possibly say.
Was he dead?
I don't know. It didn't say his head was fully cut off.
He's crying. What?
He slowly rises to his feet and turns away from Roya's mutilated corpse. He struggles to find something to say, lost in his sadness. When it seems like he's about to break down, he pulls me into a tight hug, his chin resting on my shoulder. What is going on? His breathing ragged, the depth of his sorrow is trapped below the surface, trying to force its way through. What happened?
What?
For what feels like the first time, Junoru's air of calmness is breaking down in front of me.
Wait, is he dead?
Like, just like that? This seems kind of anticlimactic.
No.
Tears well up in my eyes, blurring my vision.
No, he's gone.
Wow, is that why he doesn't have a route? He's dead?
Oh my god. I did not expect Shane to kill him. The elder brother I grew up with always seemed so strong, and I...
you... Okay, we got, wait, that's not the save. Whoops. Back, please. What is this? How do I...
Oh, it's not gonna let us save this time?
There we go. I just pressed the wrong thing.
I got worried there. I was like, don't tell me we can't save.
You shouldn't take revenge. Do we take the high road or the low road?
I don't know. You shouldn't take revenge. It sounds kind of stupid. I think we should take revenge for our brother. Let's try the revenge.
It honestly seems like maybe you shouldn't like say that right now. Like he just died. Yeah, poor Jew. Like we don't even know the situation. Why would we be talking about revenge already? Like we don't even know what's going on. But also encouraging him towards revenge might be encouraging him to die. So I don't know.
Technically, yeah, too. Yeah, because like he could possibly die. I don't know. This was hard. Okay.
Should we listen for the ding?
Maybe, because it's just like what you said. Like,
it doesn't seem like why no one asked anyone about revenge. It just seems weird that she's like, okay, revenge. Immediately, he died 2 seconds ago. Let's discuss revenge now.
Wonder how long he's actually been dead.
I don't know.
I wasn't expecting him to actually die. Okay, I like the guy now. I feel sorry for him. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Let's try you shouldn't take revenge.
Okay.
See if we get a ding. Okay.
We're supposed to take the high road. Okay. I know, Ara, I'm tempted to say revenge too. You know, but also Chain's kind of hot, so maybe we don't want to kill Chain. Maybe we also just need to find a way to, like, figure this out and then bring Chain into the harem too, huh? I'm sure that would be Winnith's preferred action. What is my cat doing? He's, like, stretching himself out. He's got his paws on the foot of my desk, and he's, like, stretching himself out. No, don't bite cords. Cats. Okay. I don't know what you're thinking about right now, Jew, but I don't want to see you get hurt. Please, don't try to take revenge on Chain. So we spare the hot people? You know what? I think maybe that should be our modus operandi here. The hot people get to live. No.
That's a good,
that way we just takes the... Oh no. That takes the decision making out of it. Just always choose to let the hot people live. That's Winnith, the Winnith way. The Winnith way. I don't know what you're thinking. Okay, we read that. Junoru pulls away slowly. I cannot describe the sadness and pain reflected in his eyes. Despite all he must be feeling, he nods silently and forces a weak smile.
Miss Winnith, what would I do without you?
He wipes away the remnants of his tears with his gloved hands. It seems you only... Oh, that's you.
Seems you only see me at my weakest. I wish it were otherwise.
Good night, Sprite. That's all good. Get some good rest. Glad you agree. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Hey.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Thank you for being here. Though I fear I cannot have you stay in this bloodbath, I must see to Roya's body.
What do they even do with the body? What happens?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, Jew. You know where to find me if you need anything.
Of course. Please take care, Miss Winnith.
Before I leave, I take one last glance at... She's just leaving? Wow.
I would stay there with him.
I know. I would be like, to help too, because like this is not gonna be like you're gonna make him. Or it says eat the body.
Oh wait. Oh, that's gonna be even worse. That's sad to even think of.
I mean,
like, a person like your loved one.
But I mean, I guess that would be the practical thing to do. Well, but Jew doesn't need to eat people, so
he kind of refuses to eat people. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't...
so he would if he needed to. It's the other. It was Roya that Toya. It was Roya. It was Roya. Wendy's having more flashbacks. But yeah, it was Roya that needed to eat dead people. So I guess if, or living people, or dead people, I don't know if it matters whether they're living or dead, but people. So I guess if it were the other way around, Roya might have to eat Junoru, but I would assume Junoru doesn't have to eat Roya.
Yeah.
Poor guy. What a bad day he's having. Losing his brother after all that's happened. He's still trying so hard to keep it together. You could help him. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
I quietly head home. I spend my time in my bedroom. I can hardly sleep without worrying about Junoru. A sad expression is burned into my mind. Thinking about it makes me want to cry too. See, now I would have thought that it was a good idea to stay with him too, just to make sure he doesn't try to like go off and get himself killed, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. She seems to have, like, her morals are all over
I
the
know!
place.
They're like so bizarre. Like, it doesn't. I don't understand. I don't understand. And he shouldn't have to do that by himself. Like, take care of his brother's body. Like, jeez. He's your husband, Winnith.
Yeah, you need to be there for, like, your, God, what would it really be her, brother-in-law?
Her
You should have been there
brother-in-law.
for your brother-in-law.
Yeah. You can help clean up his body. And then you can also find out what happens when they die. Because I'm actually really curious. My thoughts swirl around the incident this morning. It is easy to find even more murders in the papers. I can't forgive Chain for this. Ah, as if on cue, I hear something knock against the window pane. Oh.
Oh.
Chain's face appears on the other side, and he gestures for me to open the window. It takes me a moment to realize what is happening before I walk closer.
Sure, let's just walk over to the guy who killed Roya.
Why are we? Why
let him into my house?
Why are we even? Of course she's gonna do it. She's gonna see a murder. She would see like a literal murderer zombie like come up to her door and say, "Hey, let me in," and she'd be like, "Okay." She just opened the door. In fact, the door would have probably already been open anyway. What are you doing up there? He gestures to me, but I cannot hear anything through the glass. The moment I give up trying to interpret his silence and open the window, he takes the opportunity to step into my room.
Oh.
Hara says she's that horny. It's true at this point. Oh my god. What do you want this time? Junoru isn't here. Are you here to kill me too? So I just let you in the room. Go ahead.
I need to talk with you.
It's so important you have to come in through the window?
You went to the mansion today, didn't you? Oh no.
Maybe it wasn't him. Oh, and how do you know that? Were you following your prey to make sure he died? Chain continues staring at me with his cold, emotionless eyes.
Let me get straight to the point. The only reason I killed those two monsters was because they were murderers.
Those
Wait,
two?
The silver-haired one?
Or... Uh-oh. Why did you need to kill? Couldn't you have called the cops or something instead?
I am the cops.
Oh. Okay. What an interesting police uniform.
Those monsters have killed countless people. They didn't deserve to live.
Junoru is completely innocent, and yet you mutilated him.
Wait, what? Is Junoru dead now too?
No, she saw you out before, because remember he almost died.
Right.
Chain narrows his eyes as he glares at me. Poe is doing gymnastics in the background. He's being so loud. Chain narrows his eyes as he glares at me. For a moment, it seems he is thinking.
I see.
What?
Whose side are you on? The village's, or theirs?
I mean, come on. Do you even have to ask her at this point? Thoughts. Chain leans closer. Our faces inches apart before I can even blink. Whose route is this?
Oh no.
I stare at him, frightened into speechlessness as the horrible wounds of the Kenriji brothers flash through my mind. Chain leans even closer, causing me to fall onto my bed as I try to step... Oh!
No! Is he gonna pin us down? Everyone you know and love will be dead before you realize it. All because of those monsters. You should spare your efforts reporting this to the police. If you twist the story, you'll get to deal with me.
Ooh.
So you're threatening us. This is my last warning. Get in my way again and you'll be just as dead as them.
Ooh. He goes back to the window and glances at me one last time before jumping out. Once he's gone, I swiftly slammed the window shut. What did he come here for, though?
Just to tell us that. But he also, I see. So he was gathering information, like intel on her answers.
Mm-hmm.
But he said 2 monsters killed those 2 monsters. Who was the second one? Is it the blonde? The silver-haired boy we met at the beginning of the prologue?
It could be. Or, I mean, it's been, like, what, a day or something since she's seen Junoru. Why would he come here just to say that? Does he think I'm an accomplice? At the very least, I think he assumed Junoru is dead too. I can't let him find out the truth. Oh, or he thinks he finished him off the first time?
Oh.
I mean, just saying though, I think you could tell pretty easily if you actually succeeded in cutting someone's head off.
Like, you would think so.
You'd think that'd be pretty, like, I'll give you that maybe, like, if you shot somebody, you could, like, mistake that if you didn't feel like going up close to them. But, like, if you had to actually cut somebody's entire head off to kill them, I mean, you could just pick it up and be like, okay, job done. Like, you know, you'd be pretty sure, right? Mm-hmm. How do you, like, just halfway cut someone's head off? I think you did it. I sit back on my chair and think about Chain's words. Since when was I on Junoru's side? Since when were you not?
That's a stupid question. Come on.
Is it because It's because you're such good friends. You're just best friends. I shake my head at the thought before dozing off into a dream. She just goes to sleep after that. Wow. I wake up with a huge headache. It seems I will be staying inside today.
I probably actually could use a little break real quick.
I'm thinking so too. Yeah, I think we just hit the hour mark. So let's take a quick break and I'll play with Posey too.
Alright.
We will be back in a minute, guys. Like, switch. I'm already getting tongue-tied. It's your turn to be the narrator.
Okay. Okay. I wake up with a huge headache. It seems I will be staying inside today.
Alright.
Make breakfast and turn on the TV, flipping it to the news channel.
Another victim was found with strange bite marks on him this morning. He seems to have died sometime between 11 p.m. and...
I nearly choke when I hear the announcement, staring at the screen in disbelief. There is another death? It couldn't have been Junoru's fault, right? He said there were other living dead here, so...
The bite marks. In other news, the missing tourists from earlier this month were safely located last night.
At least there's some good news today. I knew there weren't any forest demons. Ow, headache. I should check on Ju, but the pain is killing me. Maybe if I take a nap, I'll feel better. The next day, my headache is gone. I wanted to visit Junoru earlier, but it was hard to get around. The nap did wonders for my headache. Just as I head out to visit Ju, however, I find a newspaper on my doormat.
3 victims found with bite marks in an alley. Will these murders ever stop?
You don't think he's going, like, rogue because, like, he was so badly hurt that he has to actually eat to stay alive now, do you think?
I wouldn't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
the words could be.
Bite mark things are weird because before they weren't finding the victims, right? Because he was eating them. He wasn't just biting a chunk out of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, maybe it's the one that bit us, will try to bite us.
Well, that was supposed to be one of the decomposing corpse people. Which I still don't fully understand where they're coming from. Because I don't really... If he was eating the whole bodies, how are they coming back? I don't really get that part.
And I'm really wondering, like... I know they said that they both were created. So I wonder if there's somebody going around creating the living dead.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be more to it than just them. Because there's obviously more mysteries in this town and the other routes, so...
Yeah. What? The number of murders is increasing?
What is my cat doing? There he is. What are you doing? Okay.
I push the worry to the back of my mind and begin walking. The more often I come here, the easier it is to find the hidden entrance. The easier it is to break into my husband's house. Let's go.
Maybe you should just give her a key at this point. Or she should just steal one.
Hey, Junoru, are you home? I call it his name, but like last time, there is no reply. It seems I will have to look for him again.
Because of course, it's not a trip to your husband's house if you don't have to search the whole place.
I begin searching the rooms one by one. In the other wing of the house, I find an open door and peek inside. There, sitting on the floor, is Junoru. The scene is the exact same as the last time I was here, except Roya's body is gone. Has he been sitting here all day? I call his name, but Junoru does not look up or move an inch. I kneel beside him and place a hand on his shoulder, but he continues to gaze listlessly at the floor. Ju, are you alright?
Dots. Dots. More dots.
Panic starts to well up inside me until he finally looks up at me, gosh.
Oh, Miss Winnith.
He whispers as if he barely has energy to talk. Don't tell me you sat here all day and night without moving an inch.
Oh, no. I left to bury Roya.
He hangs his head again. I gently push his shoulder back so I can look right into his eyes. Junoru, get a hold of yourself. I know you must be hurting right now, but please. Right now you look so lifeless and it's scaring me.
Oh, it's scaring me, so you should grieve differently. You're scaring me by being so grievy right now. You need to just get over it, dude. You're too hot for this. You should. What kind of answer is that? Who says that? Get a hold of yourself. I just left and made you bury your brother all by yourself. And you have the audacity to be kind of sad? Winnith! I simply do not know what to think anymore.
I'm sure Raya doesn't want you to drown in sadness. Like,
it's okay to be sad for a day if your brother died. That's not drowning in sadness. Jesus.
Oh my god. But also, it's just like, yeah, you just, like, God, it's like so inconsiderate. Like,
and she's just making it about me, like herself. Like, oh, you're scaring me. You're being so sad right now. You're scaring me.
Just ruin your hot meter.
Winnith! Winnith, be nice to your husband. I thought I killed him already.
Oh no. Sudden voice startles me. I quickly turn around and see Shane standing in the doorway. I nearly gasp when I notice he is carrying a large, freshly sharpened knife in his hand.
I had a feeling something was wrong when I saw you come this way again.
Shane narrows his eyes as he begins walking toward us, shifting the weapon in his hand. I'm not going to let you hurt Junoru again!
What are you gonna do, Winnith? You don't even bring your phone!
I stand in front of Junoru and spread my arms out.
You can't take him! Oh my god.
Unlike him, we'll die with like one like that.
I know. Move aside.
Shane's gaze hardens with anger. My legs start to go numb, but I will not move away from Junoru.
Do you want to go down with him? I won't show mercy to those who side with monsters.
He points his blade at me while still keeping an eye at Junoru. In response, I shout, oh no. I have a feeling this decision matters.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Oh.
I mean, there's very different ways she could say kill me then.
I don't know, kill me then, or Jew run.
Maybe let's try run first. I mean, that seems... But again, that's stupid, right? Like... Maybe we've got to do the feint. Maybe he'll be so confused.
Okay. Let's see.
Let's see if we hear the ding or we like die immediately. Oh, ding. Okay. Okay. Logic is winning out here.
You want to lay a finger on Junoru.
Dramatic.
I shoot Shane my most determined glare, trying to conceal my fear.
If you want to die that badly. Shane
raises his blade, aiming it at me. I almost forgot that was one reading. I hold my breath, terror nailing me to the floor.
Oh. We're getting protected.
My body lurches backward in the blink of an eye. It takes me a few seconds before I realize Junoru is between us, blocking me from Shane.
Killing an unarmed girl. Despicable. Get out of my house. Paying attention now? Well, it doesn't make a difference.
Junoru catches Shane's arm as he makes another swing with his blade.
Fighting music. I was willing to consider forgiving you despite what happened to Roya. Call it a misunderstanding. But attacking Winnith in cold blood? You are the scum of the earth! No one insults my wife!
Junoru's hand tightens around Shane's arm before throwing his attacker backward.
You will not take someone precious from me ever again!
Oh, we're precious!
Ah! The ship's sailing!
Despite everything that is happening, Junoru's words fill me with warmth.
He's your best friend, remember? I couldn't care less. Let's finish this already.
Shane lowers his knife this time, aiming for my friend's legs. She's still saying friend.
This is my friend.
Just
such a precious friend!
Junoru kicks Shane's arm away with a sickening crunch. Without any weapon of his own, however, I worry he will not last long.
You can't win like this.
Junoru suddenly goes on the offensive, his fist connecting with Shane's arm so forcefully he drops his blade. The other arm strikes as powerfully smacking Shane to the ground. Ooh.
This is exciting. Getting some DPS. DPS.
Shane barely seems affected, shifting back to his feet in the blink of an eye. His foot connects with Junoru's stomach, sending my friend backwards as he moves for his blade.
My friend.
She stopped saying my friend. He manages to slip Junoru's blind spot and stab him, the floor turning red beneath them. I gasp at the scene. I search for anything I can use as a weapon. In the end, I grabbed a wooden chair from the corner and lunged towards Shane.
Go, girl, go. What the hell? It's a chair! My weakness!
While Shane is caught off guard by my assault, Junoru pulls the knife out of his torso, tossing it away, and then grabs our opponent by the shoulders.
What?
Even with Junoru's grasp, Shane still manages to grab his gun and aims it straight at me. I wince, closing my eyes as 2 gunshots echo through the room.
Well, it's fine if Junoru gets shot, right? As long as his head doesn't come off.
The pain I expect never comes. I slowly open my eyes and find Shane on his knees. Junoru stands behind him with a bone-chilling glare.
Uh-oh. How dare you? Those reflexes. I didn't think you'd be able to move so well in that condition. Dots. Getting killed by you was the last thing I expected. And you. If it wasn't for that darn chair!
His cold gaze pierces mine. I cannot help but feel as if I was the one who killed him. Wait. The red stain on Shane's shirt grows quickly, and he soon collapses. Oh, we killed him!
But how? How'd he get the gun?
I don't know. Junoru kneels beside the other man as he struggles to breathe, but it is not long before he goes silent and stops moving.
Aww.
I can only watch as my friend removes a glove and closes the dead man's eyes.
Me and my best friend.
He died right in front of me. I can barely believe it. What just happened? I heard the gunshots and...
When I realized what was about to happen, no, that's not important. Are you alright, Miss Winnith?
Yeah, I'm alright if you hadn't stopped him.
I cannot bear to watch another precious person be taken away from me. I could not stand by and let Shane harm you.
Oh, honey, but you're just a friend.
We're just the bestest of friends.
Why did it have to end this way? We could have worked together.
Miss Winnith, I'm so sorry I have made this your burden as well. We must move forward as best as we can.
The warmth of Junoru's gaze returns as he gives me a small smile. It relieves me to see that he is no longer the truly dead person I saw minutes ago. All of a sudden, he begins to collapse, but I manage to catch him before he hits the ground.
Oh.
Ju?
I believe I broke something.
You scared me. Do I need to...
Miss Winnith, I will be fine. My wounds will heal in a few days.
You lost a lot of blood, though.
Better mine than yours. It is a minor concern for me.
Are you sure? You look really pale. Well, he is dead.
I know! In a fairer world, I would have the strength to tend to you instead of leaning on you every time.
It's okay, Ju. The important thing is that we're both alive. In the meantime, what should we do with Shane's body? It'll be a problem if anyone reports him missing.
Is he gonna eat him? Oh god. As far as I am aware, he was not working with anyone. Burying him should take care of the... Okay. For now, may I ask your assistance in helping me to my room?
I nod and lend him my shoulder. Once we reach Junoru's room, I help him onto the bed.
I must apologize for the trouble I've caused you the last few days, Miss Winnith.
Oh, stop apologizing so much. I'm always happy to help you, Ju.
It's like everything's fine now. We just killed a man. Your brother just died like a couple hours ago. It's all good. Me and my best friend. You're quickly becoming a guilty pleasure of mine, Miss Miss Winnith. No matter what happens, you always return with a smile. She does not care about anything.
I'm tougher than I look. You're worth fighting for, Ju.
My best friend, Ju.
Oh my god, cue that best friend song.
Oh no!
Junoru blushes for my words, not knowing how to respond. By the way, I read that more murders were happening. Do you know what's going on?
It sounds like the living dead are still in the village. Roya was the one who culled them. With him gone, it is only right I should take his place, but I do not know how to pick up where he left off. The one who culled them?
So I don't think he actually was the one that was making them.
Oh, okay. He never told me about what he was doing because he assumed I did not have the stomach for it. Now I must piece it all together before the village is devoured.
Thanks for the positive thoughts. So wait, was he just killing, was he just eating then the living dead? Is that what he was doing?
Maybe. But, well, someone was making them the living dead, though. The living dead. The living dead. The living dead. Someone was turning them into zombies. If it wasn't him, then who was it? I guess it must be whoever turned them into zombies, right?
Must be.
Thankfully, that is only the worst case scenario. Miss Winnith, if you notice anything strange, please tell me about it as soon as you can. I may need your help to put an end to this.
Will do. But before you even think of fighting off the living dead, you need to take care of yourself. You really do look like you should be dead right now.
Oh, is it that bad?
I pointed to his torn clothes and wounds.
Ah, I suppose I should do something about these clothes.
That's not really what I meant. Junoru chuckles and covers up his wounded chest with a sheet. Is he a girl now?
Oh no! Don't look at my wounds! My wounds. If you'd be so kind, could you get the first aid kit for me?
Of course. The two of us end up talking until the sun begins to set. I make sure to head home before 9 p.m. Why do you even bother to go home? Just stay with him now. You don't have to worry about the brother being there anymore. You guys can have a perfectly married, happy life.
Yeah, just hurry up and get married already. It's fine. You'd be safer there anyway than your house where literally anyone can break in. And you let anyone in. At any time.
Junoru there.
Yeah. He might stop you. He might stop you from opening the window to someone dangerous. Maybe.
The following days pass by slowly. It is boring without Junoru around, but I know I should not bother him too much.
Just stalk him a little.
I hope he recovers soon from these past events.
Chapter 3!
Chapter 3!
Woo!
The break has ended today, so I can finally see Ryoji and Ikuya again. Oh yay! I wonder if they're finally a couple now.
They must have gotten together over this break, right? The ship has to sail.
As I walk into my classroom, I notice a huge crowd blocking the doorway. What's going on? They're acting like they have a celebrity guest. I feel someone poke my shoulder and turn to find myself face to face with Ikuya. Wah! How long have you been standing there?
Wah! 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 Only a few seconds. I hope you had a nice holiday.
Yep, sort of. My time with Junoru flashes through my mind. I did have fun when I was with him.
When his brother wasn't dying and we weren't participating in murder.
How was your trip with Ryoji? Did you two have lots of fun without me?
I'm glad she's onto it too.
I throw my arms around her shoulder and tease her with a mischievous smile. She crosses her arm and blushes lightly, shaking her head heavily.
Don't make it sound weird, dum-dum. Okay.
I chuckle at Ikuya's honest reaction. Even though she has a crush on Ryoji, she has never told him how she feels. On the other hand, I do not know how he feels, but I suspect it is not mutual.
What?
What?
No, he was
No,
trying
it's
to
totally
keep us from going. It's definitely mutual. It's absolutely mutual. Has to be.
Anyway, do you know what's going on here?
Yeah, we're getting 2 new transfer students today.
Transfer students at this time of year? Now? What, in the middle of the year?
Weird, right? Well, we don't get new students very often, so everyone's excited about it. Come with me. Let's take a peek at the new people together. If we go outside, we can peep in through the window. Okay.
They're definitely 2 hot guys. He grabs my hand, pulling me through the hallway and out the main doors.
Hey, are you two trying to stalk the transfer students?
I flip around at Ryoji's voice to be greeted by him raising a brow at us. Glad to see you again too, Ryoji.
Do you know what time it is? Everyone's supposed to be heading to their classes. Like, you're one to talk. I just want a quick peek. Unlike you, I won't get distracted on the way back. If you don't go back now, you'll be late.
Okay, Mr. Class President. Do you really call him that, though?
I mean, you do realize the transfers are part of our class, right? You can stare at them all you want once you're seated. You were such idiots. Ryuji!
Ikuya pouts at him before turning away and walking ahead.
Oh, I don't think the
But did
ship
they not
sailed.
see- Oh no!
The ship didn't sail. No.
Once Ikuya and I are inside the classroom, I immediately spot the new students. I cannot help but feel embarrassed that I went to so much trouble to get a look at them.
Girl, you've done way worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, welcome, Yurovi. Yeah, I'm also sure they won't be suspicious. They won't have anything to do with this mystery. Absolutely not. Just gonna be two normal people.
They are boys. The boys stand out quite a bit with the bandages around their mouths and arms.
What?
They look a lot alike. Are they twins? As I walk past the new students, their eyes follow me, and a shiver runs down my spine. They are staring at me almost hungrily, as if I am nothing but prey to them.
What?
Once everyone is seated, the teacher asks the boys to introduce themselves in front of the classroom. We're gonna get a look at them? Come on, let's see these guys.
Maybe they're snowmen. Snowmen! They're
What?
snowmen! They're snowmen. They have to be. Right?
Oh, look, God, they're cute.
They got crosses too. They still got crosses.
What is... Well, yeah, it's part of the uniform on, like, their... Oh, no,
But
they
he has an earring. Yeah, he's got the earring.
They kind of look like the earrings that Ryoji's wearing, though.
Mm-hmm. Is that part of their school uniform? One single giant cross earring for the boys. That's their school uniform. Blueberry and cherry flavored snowmen. Yes. They are the snowmen. They have to be. Jace. Our parents recently passed away, and we transferred here to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city while we mourn. I hope we can all get along. What? What kind of...
Which one's Jen? Kind of wish it would be easier for us to tell who's talking.
I don't know. The redhead one looks more like the forward one. Maybe he's talking? Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay. The red-haired guy
Jace and
the other seems to be Blaze. I stifle a giggle at their rhyming names. Jace and Blaze.
What?
I like these names. They're very easy to remember. Oh.
Who names their child Blaze? Okay.
Blaze is staring elsewhere with bored eyes, as if he's uninterested in us.
If you want to know anything about us, just ask. Boy.
How old are you?
Perfect boy voice. We're both 20. What? You couldn't...
What?
Isn't this a high school?
This is a high school.
What?
Do people ask them
No
why
one's
they're bandaged?
concerned. They got held back a lot. What? They got held back a lot. Okay. We have a certain illness that doesn't allow us to expose our skin to sun, but like your eyes are out. What? I'm so confused. Should you really be coming to school then?
Blaze instantly glares at the students to ask the question.
I don't think that's any of your business. I'm a 20-year-old man. I don't think it's any of my business to be here either. To be yelling at a teenage girl.
The sharp tone silences the room and everyone stares at him in shock. Once the awkwardness settles down, the brothers return to their seats. I'm gonna be right.
Okay.
I'm having some problems with here.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, I'll mute her mic here for a minute. Blaze is just a short version of Blue Jace. Yeah, that sounds about right. He's just the other one. The blue one. Yeah, this one's strange. I don't know. Jace and Blaze. The 20-year-old high schoolers. Maybe they're zombie snowmen. Maybe they're both zombies and snowmen. I wouldn't be surprised. Where did my cat go? Oh, there he is. He's actually being good. He calmed down pretty well. Okay, welcome back. Let me unmute you. She's back. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay. So Jay seems friendly enough, but his brother seems awfully moody. I hope they can make friends.
Let me set it back to performance mode. There we go. Okay.
As my train of thought ends, I notice Blake staring in my direction. I drop my pencil from the surprise and swiftly avert my eyes. For the rest of the day, I avoid looking in the boy's direction. For some reason, I get the feeling Blaze is watching me.
And they were staring at her hungrily.
I breathe a sigh of relief when class finally ends. What was with that guy? What was that guy's problem? Either way, I shouldn't let him intimidate me. While I pack my belongings and notice that Blaze and Jace are standing in the hallway, I silently pray they will not pay attention to me.
Hey there.
I jinx myself. I look around, wondering if Jace is trying to talk to someone else, but I am the only one around.
Yeah, I was talking to you.
I greeted the brothers with a weak smile. Hi, is there anything I can help you with?
She doesn't want the Blaze and Jace twins in her harem. I know it's a selfish request, but can you show us around the school when you have time?
I blinked with feigned innocence, attempting to mask my hesitance. I'm screwed. Although I do not want to show them around, I do not want to give the new students a poor impression of the school either. Of course, besides I'd love to get to know you two better.
What? Great, do you have time right now?
Between the mismatched combination of Jace's gentle voice and forceful gaze, I do not feel like I can reject him.
So weird.
Yes, I have time, I guess.
Ah, perfect.
Jace appears quite pleased, but Blaze is still wearing the same bored expression as before. He seems the type who dislikes school. I guess we should get along pretty.
I know, right?
Well, then.
Like with everyone else, no one here really seems to care about school very much.
I guide the brothers around the building, showing them all of the key areas: the classrooms, library, nurse's office, cafeteria, and more.
By the way, I apologize for my brother's behavior. He's always like that, so don't mind him. Shut up, Jace.
That reminds me, can I ask why you kept staring at me in class, Blaze? Yeah, just be right more.
Very direct. You can't reject them, but you can just be very, very direct about it, huh?
The man turns to me with a raised eyebrow. Giving up, I wave my hand as if to say, forget it.
Oh, so my brother's taken an interest in someone, has he?
What do you mean?
You know, he's actually... Shut up, both of you.
Blaze alternates a death glare between his brother and me.
I was joking. Mostly, he doesn't usually like people. But, well, if he does take a liking to you, you should be careful around him.
What?
What does that mean?
What was that supposed to mean? Blaze tugs his brother closer to himself and grunts.
What? Don't take him seriously.
Why should I take you seriously? Blaze raises his chin and narrows his eyes, glaring me. I can even hear him grinding his teeth beneath his bandages. I snort at his reaction. The stereotypical delinquent act is comical to me.
I think that's supposed to be comical.
Comedical? Yeah, probably. When we finish the tour, Jace politely thanks me while predictably Blaze says nothing.
Why don't we make more plans since we don't really know anyone else yet?
He's so forward.
Yeah.
The fact Blaze has his back turned to me does not convince me I am wanted. Oh no, you're wanted.
Don't mind him. I'm sure he'd love to be friends with you.
Why do you say it like that? When Jace goes to give his brother a playful kick, he surprisingly manages to dodge it, even though it came from his blind spot. By the way, do you even know my name?
Winnith, right?
I see you checked the student register.
Oh, well, I actually knew... You talk too much. Let's go already. Are they, like, related to Junoru?
They kind of give me almost like Roya and Junoru vibes.
I know! They seem like they have the same... Well, not exactly, because it's like... Blaze is, like, an ass. Like...
True, yeah. Blaze grabs Jace by the arm and pulls him along, giving me one last chilling glare before disappearing. Those two are definitely up to no good. Well, Jace is friendly enough, but it could just be an act. I shouldn't let my guard down. Should you be... Yo! You let your guard down around anybody!
You walk out...
You say that.
You roam the streets with a murderer on the loose. Like, girl. They did use the same models?
Since I did not have any homework today, I decided to spend my extra free time with Junoru.
Of course.
Hey, Ju, did you go to school today?
No, I'm only going later tonight.
Oh, right. You told me you were taking the night classes, which reminds me, can I come with you?
Eurolv says she hasn't gotten murdered yet, so maybe she does have a good card. I mean, plot armor. Plot armor is her guard right now. That's why she's alive right now. I realize going out so late is not safe. The teachers even had a few meetings to discuss the possibility of canceling night classes indefinitely. They didn't do that immediately when a curfew was in place? When a murderer was running around the town? They weren't like, oh, maybe we shouldn't let, the high schoolers go out in the middle of the night.
Are they actually high schoolers now, or are these actually, like...
Well, that is interesting, because, like, I don't think... What...
It's starting to wonder if possibly they're not actually high schoolers, but they're, like, college students. Because, like, why would you say you're 20 years old in front of a classroom?
Like, I think you just get your GED, right? If you're that much older? So. Like, there's a certain age they won't let you go to take classes at a high school. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the cutoff is. But I got my GED because I was homeschooled. Mm-hmm. It's not hard. I don't know why you would purposefully go back to high school at 20 years old.
Yeah, and also announce it like, I'm a very super
I'm 20. Yeah, and then they're also like weirdly like going after her, who's a teenager then, which would be really weird.
I'm kind of wondering if they're related possibly to Chain. And the reason why I'm wondering that is because, like, he's wearing, like, that gas mask, and, like, they have, like, it covering just their bottom half, like, kind of like a mask almost.
It could be, but he took his off without any
true.
problem, and he knew our name, so they knew someone who knows us, and they acted like they kind of knew to target us, so they know someone who knows us. They have some reason to cover part of their face. Mm-hmm. No. Maybe he has more brothers he's not telling us about. As I said before, however, the students attending night class are of a different caliber. Do you still want to go? Oh, are all the night class students, like, dead people?
Could be. Like
Maybe?
the good dead people? Like
The good dead
who
people?
try to... Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I won't let myself be dead weight. If I need to fight, I'll help out.
Even so, the living dead are my responsibility, and allowing me to protect you is part of the deal.
Junoru gently takes my hand and smiles at me, the soft gold of his eyes boring straight into me. He knows I cannot argue with him whenever he acts like this.
Husband
Oh,
eyes.
Jew! We talk until my stomach begins to rumble. Junoru insists on serving me dinner, so I stay for some Shinjiri Juru and Tokikomi Gohan. I totally can't speak Japanese.
Takikomi Gohan. I don't know what that is, though. I think Gohan is just like the word for dinner.
Yeah. While I eat, Junoru shares some notes from his night classes. The subjects seem different and even more advanced than what I have seen the day classes study.
You may stand out without an elite class uniform, but I do not think it will cause any problems.
I guess I could try to find something formal at home.
You look lovely just like this, Miss Winnith. If you truly do end up liking night classes, however, I am sure you could have a new uniform made.
We talk a little while longer, and then I leave to prepare for night class. Felt like a child, excited to go on the first trip to the amusement park, impatient to pass the time until Junoru arrives. I can't wait to finally meet those mysterious elite class students. Oh, is they the elite class then? The nighttime one?
Yeah, I think so.
There are no lights on in the school building, although the main doors are unlocked. With the shadows blanketing everything, this looks like an entirely different place.
Oh, is Gohan rice? I don't know.
Are we just supposed to walk through here in the dark?
Indeed, the director wants to save on the electricity bill?
What?
There's some vampires in here.
Okay, if you say so.
After you have walked through here a few times, you get used to it.
Do you all have night vision? Is that your special ability?
No, but that would be far more interesting. Rather, we have memorized the layout of the hallway.
Junoru offers his arm to help me through the darkness as he guides me to the classroom. Once inside, however, I quickly become self-conscious and slip my hand away from him. Aw, but we're just friends!
We're best friends! Best friends hold hands. It's fine.
No one has bothered to turn on the light, so I fumble through the darkness until my foot hits something and I fall down into someone's lap.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oops. Get off!
I instantly jump up when I realize the person I fell onto was Blaze. What?
Fell into his lap. Okay.
Sorry, that was just an accident, but he's a daytime student. Blaze glares at me before mumbling something inaudible. What's he doing here? I feel a pat on my shoulder, and then a girl with long black hair and crimson-colored eyes.
This is Goth Ikuya. It's Goth Ikuya. It's Goth Ikuya.
Oh wait, and then he's totally Ryoji.
Maybe.
The nighttime Ryoji and Ikuya.
He joined our class tonight, so he's not used to this environment yet. His brother is a lot friendlier, though.
But they joined the daytime students, too. Well, this is so weird. Wait,
so
Jace is here, too?
Don't compare us?
Blaze gives the girl an irritated glance, but she brushes him off.
Anyway, are you also a transfer student? I didn't hear anything about a third. Oh, let me introduce myself.
Who is that? You?
I think that's question.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Woohoo!
Rasumi. My name is Rasumi. Nice to meet you.
I'm Winnith. I'm actually only here to see what it's like, so I'm not an official student or anything. Rasumi and I chat until the teacher arrives. Luckily, there's an empty seat beside Junoru, which I decide to occupy.
Of course you do.
Rather, he sits alone in the corner, far away from the other students. I search the room for familiar faces, but the only other person I know is Blaze.
But Jace isn't here.
Why'd he taking the night class too, anyway? I'll lean towards Junoru and whisper, hoping the teacher does not hear me. Do you know anything about that bandaged guy over there?
Whose lap I just fell into.
Junoru frowns and glances at Blaze, but lowers his head and averts his eyes again within seconds. It feels like I have pried into a sensitive subject.
That is Blaze.
I wait for my friend to continue, but he remains silent.
My best friend.
What's so special about him that he joined the night class?
I do not know. I do not think it is worth asking him either.
I peek at Blaze, who appears to be so bored one might think he is being forced to stay here. Knowing it will only cause a scene if I try to speak with him, I decide against it. Junoru, you gotta get worried now. This girl, she was all up in your case because you were all interested.
She's like, I've got him. I've figured him out. Now we gotta get the second husband going. She's like, on to the next already. Wow. Wow, Winnith.
I'm glad the teacher does not pay any mind to my presence, and even though I am a new face, does not ask me for an introduction. Whenever Junoru notices me struggling to follow the lecture, he passes me his notes and definitions to
so she stays awake. She stays awake during the night class. Okay.
She's secretly a vampire. Before long, I decide to take a bathroom break and find myself in the dark hallway once more. I wouldn't go off on my own to go to the bathroom.
Girl.
I wonder if this is the only night class.
Girl.
Wait, wasn't Ikea's brother also part of the night class? I mean, the elite class.
The elite, yeah. I don't know if the elite and the night class are the same thing. I don't know.
And the moonlight streaming through the windows is my guide. When I reach the stairs, I pause. There are no windows lining them, and I do not want to trip to my death. Suddenly, I hear what sounds like someone dragging a sack of potatoes from downstairs. I lean against the railing and strain my eyes, curious.
She's gonna go down there. Ooh.
Ooh. Meet the sight of bloody hands grabbing at each step as a body lurches forward.
Ugh. Noog. Noog.
Feels like I have been dropped into the middle of a horror movie. I do not hesitate to turn back and dash towards the classroom. Please tell me that was just my imagination. Why does the school look so scary at night? Every time I believe I have located the class, the door only leads to an empty room without the lights on. The hallways all appear identical. I become desperate after the fifth wrong turn, and I end up the stairs once more. I stop for a moment to catch my breath.
Oh, that's a zombie from before. That's the same silhouette.
To my fright, I notice that the bloody hand, which is firmly attached to a body clad in dirty white clothes, is standing at the top of the steps. On top of it all, the figure's snow-white hair hides their face. I begin running once more, even though my lungs still ache. When I look back, I realize the ghost-like figure is chasing after me. It's moving like a marionette. What the heck? Before I can scream for help, I bump into Junoru. Ah, here you are. That was you.
Here you are. What is wrong with Miss Winnith? Yeah, girl, that is the same silhouette that she murdered with a tree branch and left to die. I think so.
Someone is chasing me. By the time I turn around, I realize the figure has disappeared. Junoru rests a hand on my shoulder, wearing a concerned expression. There was a person whose hands were covered in blood, and they are pale like a ghost.
I am with you now, so there's no need to be scared.
My friend wraps his arms around me and pats my back. I'm so relieved he showed up in time, my friend.
This is really hilarious. The way she keeps doing this.
It's like, would you just stop? You're just at this point in denial. Sorry for worrying you. I was trying to find the bathroom, but I got lost.
Ugh, my apologies. I should have led you there. Of course, you're not used to walking around in the darkness. Follow me. I'll show you there now.
You know, Winnith, you would have a flashlight if you just carried your cell phone.
She doesn't believe in cell phones.
Junoru takes my hand with him.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's you.
Here we are. I will wait outside, of course.
I entered the washroom and rushed into a stall, not even bothering to look for a light switch. By the time I am finished washing my hands, the shuffling sounds from before have returned and seem to be coming from nearby.
Ugh, ugh.
Oh god. Turn around to notice a bloody hand reaching over to the top of one of the stalls. My legs freeze and a blood-curdling scream slips out of my mouth. In a second, Junoru has stormed into the washroom with a worried expression.
Oh no. Miss Winnith, what happened? Are you alright?
I slowly managed to point at the stall, but the mysterious hand has already disappeared. That person with the bloody hands was in there. Junoru firmly locks at the door.
Is anyone there?
Although there is no reply, a dark red liquid begins to stream out from the gap between the door and the floor.
Ew.
Oh god. My friend cautiously pulls the stall open, but there is nobody inside. I wasn't just imagining it.
How odd. I have never heard of anything like this happening here before. Could it be that those subjects...
Junoru bites his bottom lip, almost looking frightened, before leading me back to the classroom. Are you okay, Ju?
Well, there's no need to be concerned for me.
Don't tell me you get queasy when you look at blood, or maybe you're scared of ghosts?
No.
Are you sure? You looked a bit pale earlier.
I'm always pale, Miss Winnith. In any case, I hope you're feeling fine. That must have been quite the shock.
That was nothing. The idea of ghosts does creep me out since you can't do anything to make them go away, but I'm all good.
On the contrary, if you help lay their unfinished business to rest, they will ascend. Speaking of which, I believe there's a rumor about a ghost residing within this school. He supposedly only appears at night at random times, but he should be harmless. What we saw might have very well been him, although I earnestly believed he was a tall tale created by the students up to this point.
Class, it is time for a break. While the teacher has left, all the students remain within the room, entertaining themselves by socializing.
Yeah, your view says she's trying hard to look very cool in front of her man. She is like, you're the one who's scared of ghosts, right? Right?
Except Junoru, who aside from me is sitting alone, and is surprised considering he is such a kind person.
Yeah, Roya did say people don't like him.
Oh yeah. On the other side of the room, in another corner, Blaze also looks quite lonely. Although I want to chat with Junoru, Restumi approaches him before I can speak. Glance over at Blaze and decide to talk to him instead. Uh-oh! Junoru,
no.
Your girl is looking at another guy. She's gonna make a move. Make her think that you guys are not friends anymore.
She's like, I've got one best friend. Let's have another.
Hi, Blaze. Mind if I sit here? Without so much as a glance, I am simply ignored. Wave my hand in front of the man's eyes until he seems annoyed.
What's your problem?
I just want to talk to you. Is that really so bad?
Yes, get lost.
His cold words pierced through my chest like icicles. Nobody has ever outright rejected me like this, and it hurts.
Winnith.
Before I could reprimand Blaze, Rasumi steps beside me, and an enthusiastic smile on her face. Oh my god, I'm starting to like lose my reading ability.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end. We'll get to a stopping place soon, guys. Ace, you aren't supposed to make girls cry. Besides, she's new here. You need to play nice.
Wasn't crying actually, but
That's.
Blaze swiftly turns around in his seat, trying to ignore us, but Rasumi takes it as a challenge. She grabs 2 nearby chairs and plops them down next to the man's desk before forcing me to occupy one.
Hee. Now, let's have a nice conversation.
She really is like goth.
She is. She's goth-ikia.
Blaze crosses his arms and glares at us. I am beginning to find myself concerned that we are overstepping our boundaries. Meanwhile, Rasumi is beaming innocently.
When does she care about overstepping boundaries?
Good question.
How many times has she broken into Junoru's house now?
I can't keep count anymore. Too many times to count.
You know, Ace is actually really nice. He's what you call a... Terry. Oh no. Oh no. Stop giving me nicknames. You barely know me, and I'm sure as hell not nice.
I don't know if he actually knows what a student is.
Oh no. See, what he really means is the opposite. Give me more funny nicknames since we're such good friends, please.
That was fast. The man visibly deflates, and I cannot help but laugh at the spectacle.
By the way, are you and your brother going to the ball? Oh god, no, there's a ball.
The ball? Blaze scratches his head for a moment, but then nods. Whoa, the school's hosting a ball? I am sure my eyes are sparkling from the excitement. I have never attended such a fancy-sounding event before. It seems like the night classes have more fun than regular students.
Man, that's not fair.
I know.
Anyone is welcome to come as long as they have a date.
Will you go with me then?
What? Who is she asking?
Just ask Junoru. Ask Junoru, he'll take
Your
you.
bestest friend in the whole world. Go ask him. Well, I already have someone in mind. Sorry, she just asked you. What?
Aww.
What is going on? Well, do you have any people you can ask instead? You do want to go, right?
Shake my head, my cheeks starting to flush, and try to deflect the question onto Rasumi and Blaze. You do have somebody.
You have somebody right there who can probably hear this whole conversation. I'm thinking about forcing Jace to wear a dress. Please do it. What? So these 20-year-old men are going to high school. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna force my brother to wear a dress to the high school ball. These guys are crazy. Yo, Winnith really wants that harem so bad. She's on to the next one.
His expression is so dry, and his words were words so out of character that I have to muster all my willpower to keep from laughing hysterically. I want to see that for real now.
I think we all do. I bet you look good, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. That would be priceless.
So, who is the person on your mind, Rasumi? Enemy.
I knew it. She was coming up and talking to him earlier. Definitely. Sorry, Poe's trying to get... His toy got caught under the computer. Here. Go! Okay, who we killing? We killing her?
Yeah, she's dead.
Go
She's
take
trying
her
to
out.
Take her husbando. I am happy for a second, but then something tightens in my chest.
Murder.
My friend. Oh, that's great. Good for you.
I was so lucky to be the first one to ask. Did he already accept?
Did he forget?
Oh no!
Junoru, you have to reject it.
Anyway, if neither you nor Blaze have anyone to go with, why not partner up?
My partner and I awkwardly turn to each other. The
What?
dark aura surrounding him says
What?
it all.
Eh?
Wait, did Junoru say yes to her?
Whose round are we on?
What?
They just abandoned us! He's tired of Winnith collecting the harem. He's tired of her wondering eye and her constant talk of being best friends. Yeah, murder. We gotta get rid of her now. It's the only option. There's no other course of action.
Oh my god. Or maybe another girl would be a better fit for him.
I'd rather go alone than with anyone here. Did you hear that? He said he would love to have company. Oh, that's her. Did you hear that? He said he would love to have company. I mean, he is 20. I don't blame him for not wanting to go to a party with a bunch of kids.
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. Like, nobody thought that was weird. So maybe they're actually not high school students.
Maybe. Well, maybe they're all 20. I don't know. Don't twist my words, you demonic woman. Oh, I know that's just your way of being affectionate. But can you please pick a cuter nickname for me? I don't know, demonic woman is pretty cute.
Blaze sighs and rests his hand on his head on his arm. Although he does not seem like someone who would go to parties, it truly does sound like he wants to go to the ball. We are in the same depressing boat. Blaze, noticing my gloomy expression, mumbles at a volume I can barely hear.
They might actually all be 2,000 years old, Ara, because all these people are supposed to be dead. Who knows? Whatever. Tell me your address and I'll be there at 7. Make sure you're ready by then.
But this is a bad idea. Both him and his brother were looking at us hungrily, during the morning class. Would you want to go with him to a ball? It's obviously probably going to be at night.
This has bad idea written all over it. But then again, how else can we get our man back?
True, but apparently he already said yes to this girl.
I know!
How dare he?
So we can't go without a date. We have to have someone else. And Roya's dead. He was the only other person. Roya and Mask Guy Chain are both dead, and they were the only other people in our harem.
Oh my god. I still can't believe they're dead.
I know. They just totally breezed past that. Everything's totally fine now. It's so crazy. This is only for the sake of convenience. Don't overthink it.
Once the break ends, we begin a lesson on physics. Although it is interesting, I have a difficult time following along. You'd think a class interesting? Class finally ends just past 3 a.m. In the back of my mind, I am worrying about whether or not I'll be able to wake up in time for my regular school hours. I try to stay awake, but a yawn escapes me. As if reading my mind, Junoru reproaches me. Traitor.
I know! I will inform the administration for you, so it'll be alright if you wish to skip class in the morning.
Really? But I'm only a normal student.
That is true, but I'm sure they will make an exception when I explain the situation.
Okay, he's got some kind of upper hand over some stuff.
He's got some connections, for sure. He's everybody's leader, clearly. He's the leader of the dead people.
Let a relief sigh. Finally Junoru and I start walking home together. That's really pretty. I really like the sky that they have there.
What do you think about the elite class, Miss Winnith? Did you have fun? Okay, so they must be the same thing.
It was way more fun than I expected. The regular classes are nothing in comparison.
I'm pleased to hear that. If you would ever like to come again, I would be happy to bring you.
I'll definitely think about it. But then you won't ever see Ikuya and Ryoji anymore.
You won't know if they ever get together.
By the way, what are the requirements for officially joining the night class?
There are no requirements in particular. The purpose of the class is simply to offer a more comfortable environment for those who might stick out otherwise, or who cannot make the time to go to school during the day. I, for example, would not feel comfortable around the day class students. I'm sure they would notice my injuries. Oh, it may be overdue, but I apologize for not speaking with you during the last break.
Cheater. Yeah, that's my line. You were the one sitting all by yourself, and I wandered off. Junoru uncomfortably scratches at his scalp, slightly averting his gaze. He knows he cheated.
I am sure you noticed that people try to avoid me.
I did. Why is that, though? You're so nice.
I mean, one person didn't avoid him. I feel like I should be honest about this with you, Miss Winnith.
Cheater.
He's dead to us now. We're done. The class believes I am the son of a mafia boss. They stay away from me because they fear they will be harassed or murdered.
What? Where did they get that idea from?
Aren't they all supposed to be like zombies and stuff?
That's a good joke.
Unfortunately, it is not a joke. For what it is worth, they are all kind to me, overly so in fact. They are simply afraid for their lives. No. No. No, no, no. He's trying to tear down my Itabax over here. Meow. What?
Why don't you tell them it isn't true?
Well, in a way, it is true. Come here. What are you doing? Okay, he's laying down. Well, in a way, it is true. The living dead tend to follow me, so it's almost as if I have my own game. What? As a result, people I spend non-negligible quantities of time around tend to attract them as well. Several of my classmates have become targets of those monsters as a result. What?
I'm sorry to hear that. It must be lonely having to distance yourself from everyone like that. So some people in the next class have been killed?
In the past, perhaps, but your presence has relieved that, Miss Winnith. I must admit, I regret involving you in this mess, however.
I don't think there's anything that can make me want to stop being your friend. I beam at Junoru. He remains speechless but with a sparkle in his eyes. We silently walk side by side for a while until Junoru speaks up.
The school is hosting a ball tomorrow at midnight. Miss Winnith, would you be interested in going with me?
Wait, oh, he didn't... Okay, he must have rejected
He
her.
didn't cheat! See?
Okay. You don't already have...
But wait, no, we're going with the other guy, though.
No!
We're the cheaters! I do not. I had not planned on going at all, but I overheard you talking about it earlier and changed my mind. I think you will enjoy it.
No.
Hey.
He sure doesn't seem like he's lying. That means Asumi never asked him. On the other hand, there might have been some sort of misunderstanding between them. I already said I'd go with Blaze, but I don't want to reject you either.
Oh,
we'll have both of them on either arm.
Take both. It's fine. Both. Yeah, I can't believe Winnith doubted her man.
Oh my gosh.
So
no! Should I tell the truth?
We may have to leave it on a cliffhanger tonight, guys.
Yeah.
We've been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes, and my cat is screaming and running around the room because I haven't paid him attention in 2 hours. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
yes! Yes! Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no! We're in trouble, guys.
I know.
We're in trouble. We're in so much trouble. Oh. But yeah, it's been a fun one, guys. We'll have to find out what happens next time.
Yeah, gosh, this game is just like hitting with a whole bunch
I
of stuff.
can't
I was
believe
not
like all the
expecting that.
characters that were in the last chapter are dead.
I know.
Yeah, we need to find out how she gets out of this. What's she gonna do?
Yeah. Chain are dead now, and
I'm really
now
disappointed
these two
about
brothers.
Chain.
Apparently, though, these two like Blaze seemed a lot more evident in the story. Like the brother was like more evident in like the daytime.
Hey.
So maybe he's less important than Blaze.
I don't know. And I don't think none of these characters have routes. There's so many hot guys in the story that don't have routes.
I know.
That are like trying to romance her, whatever.
I wonder if Chain dies in every single route.
I know. He needs a secret route. I like it. But yeah, we will see. See on the next episode. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. And I gotta stop my cat before he breaks everything I own. Well, we'll see you guys next week. We'll continue next week.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye. I'll be back with Genshin eventually too. We'll see how my school goes, but we'll see you guys next time.